Hey guys, welcome back to the Average Bears YouTube channel. Been ages since we've been on making anything. It feels like we've all been in a little bit of a hibernation over the sort of Christmas and New Year period. Busy time and all that. We're back now, right back into the swing of things. We're back with Norwich today to get things going for me. And so I'll see you in a sec. There's a lot going on. Right, so here we are, guys. I think, if I can remember that far back, I think we left at the end of last season. It was a disappointing end to the season, wasn't it? But a solid one overall. We finished... Where did we finish? It was like lower mid-table somewhere, wasn't it? We were never in like a relegation battle or anything like that. Let's have a look. Let's have a little look where we finished. I can't even remember. Yeah, 15th. We were right up. We were in touching distance of Europe at one point, and we just seemed to lose our way. Anyway, we've been through all the transfer window, or almost. You can see it's the 30th of July. Season's about to get going, so I thought I'd come back in time for the first game of the season and update you on the transfer dealings so far. Now, we didn't have a huge amount of money, but we did have a decent amount. But what we had after sort of moving some things around and shipping some players out was quite a lot spare in the wages, which after twisting the budgets around probably got us an extra sort of 15-20 odd million to spend, and we have been busy. How it works out, we'll see, because some of the transfers are not questionable, like I'm confident, but they could be classed as gambles. So, you can see lots coming in, but most of this, and a lot of it is are youngsters that are not featuring yet, or maybe never will. Ricky Puig was the last one from Barcelona. We sort of started with a bang and went off the boil a little bit. It's a big objective to get him fitted into the team properly and get going, because he's technically excellent. So Chowdhury as well. Sorry, we nicked from Leicester, didn't we? More of not a panic buy, but it was a sort of more speculative one. He was available for a cheap price. We'd scouted him for a long time, and that price kept going and going and going. We just had to take it. And with Matuidi sort of, being at the end of his career, I think that's a good one for the future. Luke Strachan's just a youngster for the youth team. So we've made 2 signings before the sort of switch over to the next season. Pierre Kalulu again featuring in the top of the scouting all last season. Now he's pretty sort of jack of all trades. Like, there's nothing that stands out massively, but they're all really solid. He's only 22. I know that's a little bit on the old side for like proper youth in FM, but he's only 22, so plenty of developing to do. He can play right back, can play centre back. I think I want to use him as a centre back, to be honest. But he is a bit of extra cover on the right, and he can play on the left as well, which is still a little bit of a problem area for us. So the plan is, I think, for him and Komar, who we brought in last season, to be the two there, forge a bit of a partnership. And we were getting frustrated with Angus Gunn last season. Actually, he sort of came good towards the end, but we needed a new keeper. I think the club had spent a decent amount of money on Gunn before we joined, but I think Nico Mantle got him for, I think it was 9.5 million, wasn't it? From Salzburg. He looks a good keeper, and it looks like he's going to be a good keeper for a long time as well. So I'm hoping we can sort of keep him. He hopefully locks that position down for the foreseeable, and we don't have to really think about the goalkeeping issue. Angus Gunn will keep around for now as a second, but I imagine he'll want to play. So we might find that we lose him, and then we have to look at bringing like a sort of a young second goalkeeper in. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, I think. So that's 2 positive additions there. In terms of anyone going out, I think there wasn't a huge amount. Most of it is loans. Now, the squad is still a little bit sort of bloated, and some of those youngsters that we looked at last season, who looked like they were going to be the ones to bring in, with the improvements we've made to the squad, obviously aren't quite looking as hot now. Still worth keeping hold of and tracking, but it's another loan for a lot of those. So Andrew, Bali Mumba, Adam Ida, all decent. And Rocky Bashiri as well. They were all ones that were looking like they were going to come in. They're going to go out again if we haven't already organised it. I don't think anyone went for a big fee apart from Hugill, who never featured for us. I think he was injured or whatever. But Bournemouth paid 8.25 million for him, so snapped that up, because that was sort of a nothing player really. Into technically this season, same situation with the outs, as you can see. It's all pretty much loans, some small fees for some youngsters that aren't, never going to make it. But Bernardo Vital was one of the centre backs that we brought in from Estoril. He's gone out to Blackburn to play some decent football, because I think it's a season too soon for him. He might feature next season. Adam Ida's gone to Blackburn as well, so I'm hoping that they can both get some good game time together there. Ballymumba to Blackpool. I think Sam Byron we were looking to get rid of, but we just couldn't shift him, so he's out on loan to Barnsley. Shop window job, and hopefully someone comes in for him. And I think they're the main ones. Sam McCallum, he could have been challenging for a left back spot, to be fair, because that is our weak area. But I think we can improve, and so Barnsley came in for him, and he wanted to go and play football, and I'm looking for a left back, so we probably won't be first choice here. So it's a bit of a gamble, but I think it'll be fine. And Liam Gibbs is probably the other one to keep an eye on, off to AFC Wimbledon. Now, a couple of exciting ones. The free ones you can ignore. David Brooks, it's a bit of a funny one, because I think we've got quite a few players like this that can sort of play, around the front, and they're not typical wingers. They're sort of creative playmakers, but we've just been tracking him. Obviously, he had his illness, which horrible that he had in real life. He's over that on the game now. So I brought him in. It's a little bit of a punt, but I do rate him, and I think he's probably a little bit similar to Todd Cantwell. So I think we'll look at the tactics in a minute, but there is an idea behind sort of signing those sorts of players, because what we have is a lot of those players that can play sort of across the front attacking midfield, and they can play up front as well. You've got Cantwell, we've got Gabriel Silva, if you remember, who will feature in the first team this season. We sent him on loan to Stoke, I think. You've got Solis, you've got Rashika, quite a few that can do it. Josh Sargent's the same. But so I wanted another proper centre forward, because it makes it sound like he's going to be a big English centre forward, but an out and out striker, which is where we come to Gonçalo. I don't know how you pronounce that. Ramos. From Benfica. We're doing business with big clubs, guys. we've had someone from Barcelona, Bournemouth will ignore, and then Ramos here, only 21. Again, it's stats wise, they look a little bit average, but they are well suited to a centre forward. They are proper finishing, first touch, heading, technique. It's those sorts of ones, and he's sort of reasonably quick as well. 6 foot. We can get his strength up and stuff, hopefully. So he's another one. He'll probably sit just behind Pookie in the pecking order, maybe. Well, we'll see. But we've probably got another year from Pookie before we look to either move him out of the first team or move him on. And Ramos is hopefully the man to bring it forward. Obviously, the values always go up when you bring someone, but I'm really pleased with some of these values that have come in, because if we do end up doing well and clubs come in for them, we'll make a profit, and a good sort of tidy profit as well. So that's it, I think, for now. As I say, I'm working on a deal for a left back, because I think that's the only sort of weak area in terms of depth. We've got plenty of cover elsewhere, and it is still a bit bloated. There are some players that I'd like to sell that we've had to loan, and still some more to go, but it's more sort of full of reasonably young players. I'd like the potential to be higher and them to be all 18 and know that they're going to get hugely better. It's not quite that. It's more around the sort of 20, 21, 22. But I'm pretty confident we've improved in terms of technical quality. Now, tactically, as you can see in the squad, as I mentioned, across the front, Sargent can play across the front. You've got Pookie and Ramos, and then Solis can play, I think, up front and left, right. Only 20. Todd Cantwell we know can. Josh Martin is another sort of youngster to look at. He might be a loan, depending on game time, but he looks like a decent prospect. Again, can play across the left, right and centre there. Gabriel Silva, who he needs some work, but he's still got really good potential, I think. We've got a lot of this Brazilian sort of South American flair coming in. He can play all over the place. So thinking about that, David Brooks as well, as we saw, can do a variety of roles. So tactically, I want it to be quite fluid. So I've got a couple. I won't go into them in too much detail, but you can see that most of them are with a sort of a 2-1 or a 3 up front, sort of inverted rather than full wingers or inside forwards, whatever that we can adjust. And then this sort of narrow one again, though, because a lot of those players can play up front, even if it might not be their best position. I want this sort of fluid 3 to form in one way or another, and then the base behind it is the thing that changes. Similar sort of shapes, and we just take the width and pattern midfield a little bit more in that one. So that's the idea. I mean, we'll see, but we'll try and bring a bit of flair to us going forward, and hopefully the new signings at the back will help shore us up, and everyone's got another year under their belt. So I'm pretty happy with the business that we've done. And as I say, there's maybe another one to go if we can get a left back in, because we are short there. It's Giannoulis at the minute, and then there's a few players that can do the job there. So I want a proper left back, and then it's a case of we can really focus on finding those like really young, high potential players, and look to cycle, either bring them through to the first team or look to make profit and build the club from there. So there's been a lot going on. I've had to play around a little bit to remember, because it's not like we just haven't made content for a while. I haven't even been playing FM over Christmas, just haven't had time. So it's going to be really good to get back into it. Today we have start of the season. Pretty tough game, to be fair, at home, Aston Villa. But after that, it's important we get a result, because we've got Liverpool away, Man United away, Arsenal at home, Everton at home. So it's a tough run to start the season. So it'd be nice to get a good result today. Pre-season went pretty well. Had a little tour of the States. Lost to Portland somehow, but it was one of the better performances. So, but we look pretty decent. We look pretty decent. So hopefully the new tactics will work, and we can start to gel the new players, and we can really kick on from last season and push up that table a little bit. So before we get into the game, guys, as I mentioned, Scott's also back. What day is it today? Thursday. I think this is going to go out on the Thursday as well. Scott's released his latest video for the Derby save that he's had going. Go and check that out. Playlist up there. If you haven't seen it, start from the beginning. If you haven't caught it, it is a bit of an emotional roller coaster, that one. And I will have a local to legend save starting again. If you have followed the channel since its inception, you will have seen a sort of, I suppose, like a bit of a demo of that save with my local team, Bromsgrove Sport, and it's very much like a non-league to legend sort of game, but they're my team, have a season ticket there, so that will be starting at some point this week as well, if you like that sort of thing. So this is what we're going with today, guys. It's probably going to be quite difficult to keep all these front lot happy, to be fair, but there'll be plenty of games. So this will be the hopeful back four. We have got Grant Hanley in there, who's, to be fair, I think he had a loan last season, and we were looking to sell him, but he's come back and he looks pretty good, so he might well have a say. But I think for the long term, Kalulu, Kamar, they're going to be the two that I want to form a partnership there. Max Aarons and Giannoulis, as I say, this is the question mark. Hopefully a sort of a bit more of a solid left back comes in. And then the midfield three, Lees Mello, I'm going to try in this deeper role. So Matuidi and Chowdhury can sort of be the energy and the steel and the bite in midfield. We'll start with Pookie up front, just because of his exploits last season. He's the most sort of consistent, I suppose. And we might that might sort of phase out with Ramos, with Sargent, and some of the younger lads coming in. And we'll start with Cantwell and Brooks, because I think the inverted winger thing, running these channels will suit them. And we're at home, so we're going to push and we're going to go for it, and we're going to press and try and win the game. As I say, I think we have to get something here, because the next sort of 3 or 4 games are pretty tough looking. Still needs a number. You can have the number 9 then, apparently. So hopefully you've enjoyed the info so far. Hopefully you've enjoyed the series, and Scott's as well, and the channel as a whole. We've been banging on about some other ideas with like network saves and all stuff like that. We haven't forgotten, they are coming. We will get them done. It's just a logistics thing. But if you've enjoyed it, pop us likes and subscribes, and hit the notification bell as well, so that you can don't miss any content. I try and tweet and things like that to remind everyone, but I do forget sometimes, so having that notification bell will help miss something. Oh, Brendan Rodgers is here. That's something maybe we'll do next episode, because I think there's been quite a lot of managerial changes and stuff like that. It might be interesting to see what's been going on in the rest of the league. Right then, here we go, guys. Let's hopefully get off to a good start. It's a pretty, it's a tough game, to be fair. Villa, oh my god, I think that was to razz through the last game of the season when we were getting battered. That still hasn't changed, has it? First highlight anyway, best to skip it. So you'll have to let me know, guys, with the why is that? Well, okay, so that's not done anything then, has it? Why is that not working? What do I have it on? That one, I think. Yeah. Let me know, guys, what you think of the transfer business so far. As I said at the start, there are some gambles because the players that were brought in aren't like, you're not looking at them with loads of super high stats to sort of immediately bring these massive improvements to the team. But I think the quality overall or the potential of them all is much better than what we had here before. And there's a little bit of a a little bit of a tactical plan with how that front three is going to operate. That sort of fluid sort of rotation system that we can implement there. That's a good ball forward to Pookie. Needs a little bit of help though. Here it comes. Cantwell into Chowdhury. Leaves Mello deeper into Cantwell. Can he put it away? That's a great finish. Yes. Come on, the boys. Yes. I'm glad we got off to that start with him because I think we struggled to get the best out of Todd Cantwell last season, and he's one of the sort of jewels of the club, isn't he? That's a great little ball. Lovely run. Look at that for a finish. Bent it around. Bit of swaz. Lovely stuff. Norwich lead. Here we go, up in third. Might not be there for too long, but hey, who knows? Maybe these signings will work out really well. Knocking it round at the back always makes me a little bit nervous when we're not quite one of the top teams, and then balls like that go forward. Here come Villa. That's a good ball to Ollie Watkins. That's really disappointing. I mean, it's really far too easy, that, isn't it? Because they've just come for it's one ball, a little pass here, but he's hit it, and a keeper should do better, shouldn't he? It's gone through him. Not a good start for the new goalkeeper. Maybe Angus Gunn will be back in. Okay, well, short-lived. We still can't defend, but there we go. Maybe we can just outscore. That's really bad. That's really bad. Oh dear. Buendia to Watkins. Villa pushing us now. That's a good ball in to Bailey. Good save. Good save. Calm. Let's give him a bit of encouragement after that. It's a little bit of a knock after going in front so well. That's good. That's better. Matuidi's tried it. Oh, and he's been robbed by David Brooks, surely! Oh, he's missed it! Oh, no! Oh, he robbed him, I thought, when he'd gone through. I think he's left-footed, on his left foot. Oh. Chance that should be leading again. But that's better, though. I mean, it was a poor ball, but he pressed him into the mistake. Knocking it round well here, though. It's Pookie. Oh, I thought he'd found Brooks then. Come on, boys. This is the danger when we're turned back towards our own goal. Aaron's just picked it up, though. Kalulu knocks it long. Brooks picks it up and needs some help. Tweedy's there. Fucking what the fuck is that? Still, we found the press, and we're keeping the pressure on. Here's Brooks again. Matuidi into Pookie into Cantwell for a second. Tame. But good football. It's good football. This is the only problem. Okay, good block. Giannoulis does pretty well there to shepherd it out. Well defended. That reminds me, actually, I forget this every time. I need to look at the set pieces. I did them, but with all the new personnel, I need to shift around the plan there. Oh, Max, what you doing? Stop him. Got away with that. I thought Danny Ings would produce better from there. They're having a spell now, I think. Maybe let's just hold off on the press until half time. Momentum sort of swung in their favour. We got a bit back, didn't we? Had a chance or two, but now it's come right back to them. Is he offside? Please be offside. Referee's blown his whistle. Come on. Come on, VAR. I wasn't sure, to be fair. I think that's close. Oh yeah, he is. He is fairly comfortable. Giannoulis just steps up in time. Good finish. Okay, mixed bag. Mixed bag. Started really well and had a decent sort of spell in the middle of the half. After about half an hour. But they've always been a little bit threatening. We've never quite looked comfortable, which is annoying because we've got a midfield of not exactly, you know, flair-based players. They're all sort of physical runners, so it's a little bit annoying. But we are still Norwich. We haven't changed into a top side, you know, over the one transfer window. So this concerns me just a little bit because I think challenges are going to fly in there. We don't have a huge amount. We don't have a huge amount of options in midfield. To be fair, Ricky Puig's injured, and we are a little bit short. I think let's move Chowdhury back. Okay, let's go Rashika. I'm gonna pop David Brooks in there. It is a little bit of a move around, but let's see how that goes. Rashika's quick, a bit of pace, and let's put Brooksy a little bit central. See how that works. So that ball down that right channel has threatened them a few times. We've not quite got the pass right, but there has been space there. So Rashika with his pace might be able to exploit that. Here's Watkins. Aaron's with a good challenge. Well done. Got to start it. Got to start the half well. Deal with that. Well done. Nice and calm from Pierre. That's it. Good boys. Brooks up to Pookie. Just hold it. Good. One touch football. Giannoulis can get forward. Can he get the cross in? He can. Oh, it doesn't. No one's really attacking it. Tweedy. Chowdhury into Pookie. Little ball to Rashika. Can he? Oh, just got a bit tight and. Right. Let's put the counter press back on. Come on then, boys. From a corner. Cantwell delivers. Out by target. Okay, decent start. Decent start. It's just always, I'm always on edge with it because we can just concede from anything at any point. But we do look sort of half decent going forward. So, why do I say things? Why do I ever say things? Well, that's annoying. I mean, it's a bit of a thunderbolt, isn't it? But come on, can we respond? Just gonna have to dig across out. What are you messing about with it there for? Oh, good pressing. Oh my God! Well done, Brooks. Not his job, but he's got back well there. We're nice and calm on the ball at the back, which is good, but it's a really annoying goal to concede. There's Rashika. Risky ball, but he's made it. Giannoulis is pushed right up into Cantwell. Need a runner here, guys. Come on, Pookie into Cantwell. Surely! He hammers it, but I think he's off. It's all gone a bit. Come on, please. I think he was off. Yes! Come on! Good little reverse pass. Oh, that's close, isn't it? I think he might just. Well, VAR says he's on. I don't care, but I think he might just be on. That's really tight, though. Let's have a look. Oh, I don't know. I'll take it. I'll take it. Really close, that is. Okay, so we're back. Yeah, let's get Ollie Watkins marked because it's causing us havoc. I don't need that. I know what my formation is. That's been the problem, which is annoying because Max Aarons is the sort of physical, the physically strong, quick player on that side. So I thought he'd be able to deal with Watkins. That's a great ball to Brooks though. Cantwell, the main man today, linking up well. Giannoulis getting round. Nice and patient, boys. That's it. Chowdhury. Matuidi, can he shoot? He can! Forces the save. Keeps it alive. Cantwell bouncing around. Oh, corner. It's exciting. Come on. Come on, boys. Bit of tiredness creeping in it goes. No, I need to sort those set pieces out. I think the wrong players are in the wrong places. We're not competing enough there. Right. This is that part of the game where you sort of don't know what to do. I think we can leave it as it is tactically. We're doing okay. The second goal, to be fair, has been a bit of a thunderbolt, and we've had most of the play in the second half. So, unfortunately, it's David Brooks that's tired, but you know, that's where we were struggling before. Okay. What do we do? Don't really want to move Cantwell because he's causing so many problems in there. Let's put Josh Martin in. He can do a similar role. Let's give the young lad a go. And I think that's probably it for now. But I do want to. Let's bring Pookie off. He's actually had a decent game, but I think now let's bring Ramos on. I'm happy with the role, but I think it's just, you know, a bit more energy and just a bit, you know, a bit of freshness to come in. Here we go. Cantwell lofts it in towards Rashika, who did something really strange and smashed it into the side netting. Back across Milo. Here we go again. Rashika, poor touch and loses out. We need to win this back, and we have. Kalulu again, calm. In it goes to Josh Martin. Just come on. Finds that left channel. Brought down. That's a penalty. That's Stonewall. You don't need VAR for that, ref. You do not need VAR for that. It's got to be a penalty. Yes. Come on. Come on. Come on then, Todd, for your hat trick. Takes it quickly. Runs it. Yes. Come on. Super sub. Martin danced past his man. Was it Louise? Cantwell didn't waste any time, did he? Just a couple of steps back, rammed it. Love that, boys. Right. I don't want to stop the pressure, but I feel like if we drop back too much and invite it, do you know what? Let's just leave it as it is for now, and we'll perhaps see what goes on here, and we might just tone it down just a bit. But I don't want to stop attacking because inviting the pressure, I think, is a bad idea. Great ball to Matuidi. Put it to bed. Great pass. Bring it down to balanced. Just need to concentrate now. Keep the ball. Oh, that's lovely though. There's going to be space to exploit, boys. Come on in. Put this to bed now. Oh, fill the box, lads. Corner. Fine. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Josh Martin's on it. Come on, boys. Make this count. But it goes towards Rashika. It's a bit heavy. Still, that keeps us in possession. Keeps us in their half. Here's Ramos, tries to find Cantwell, nearly does. Win that. Well done. Tweedy out to Rashika. He's got the support from Aarons around the corner. He's gone by himself. Can you dig the cross out, Milo? He can. Oh, he's pouncing everywhere. Corner. Yeah. Oh. Martin on it again. I think we need to just bring it in now. Tacoma! He scored a few, didn't he, last season for us from corners. That's why we need to make sure he's attacking the ball from the right areas. To us again. It's been all us second half, to be fair. Hands into Matuidi, into Komar. Oh, lovely ball to Giannoulis. Whips it in. Rather you just kept it in the corner there, buddy. Seconds left now. Come on, ref. Ref, blow up now. Don't let him get the ball in. Cross. No, stop. Everyone stop. That's it. Get rid. Get rid. Get rid. Get rid. Oh, they're calmer than I am. Which is probably for the best. Oh, we've played really well here this second half. Responded really well. Oh, look at this. Knocking the ball around well. Deserved win. Well, that's superb, to be fair, guys. Deserved the win. I mean, look at that. It was fairly even first half, and we've just took off in this second half. And we had more chances, and they didn't really create anything, did they? And to be fair, their second goal was a bit from nowhere. Cantwell with an excellent game. Brooks was good when he was on. The whole back four, you can see, he played well. Pookie played well. So that's a really pleasing start. Really, really happy with that. Anyway, it's probably quite a long one, this, isn't it? I had a bunch to go through. Next episode, we'll crack on as normal. Next episode, I'm going to have a little look at what's been going on in the league, look at some of the transfers that's maybe happened, some of the managerial ones. We just saw Brendan Rodgers is at Villa in the game here, and we'll see what else has been going on in the world, and hopefully we can continue that good start. Anything we can get from the next few games, Man United, Arsenal, was it Liverpool, whatever, will be a bonus, but that's an important win. And we looked good, didn't we? Let me know how your saves have been going on. I know I've spotted a few more Norwich saves sort of sprout up, even on some of the bigger channels. So let me know how we're comparing. Let me know how you're doing. And if you're a Norwich fan, let me know as well. See what we're doing in comparison to what's happening on the real pitches. Anyway, again, hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Hit the likes and the subscribes and all of that. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.